Hello and welcome. My name is Shelly Dunham. You may hear me referred to Smelly Shelly D in the Scentsy community. I am the director for Team Smelly Shelly D in the gang, and I am here to do a full-on tour through Scentsy for you as a new consultant. And maybe you're not a consultant yet, and you're just thinking about it, but I really hope that this can give you a good insight on how you will be able to launch your business successfully. So as a new consultant, you have a ton of resources at hand. The problem is you may not know where they are, how to access them, or even what to do with them. So in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to give you a great rundown, a nice introduction so that you can feel like you've got your feet set firmly on the ground to launch your business. Just a little bit about me. I joined in August of 2016. My mother is my sponsor. I signed up just to get this kit that was going to be free if I sold $500 in the first 15 days of my business launch. I went on to do that. I really had no intention of using Scentsy for any other reason, but here I am today. So obviously that's a little bit different. This kind of leads me into the next portion, just to kind of get your wheels turning. I want you to think of why you chose to be a consultant or why you would choose to be a Scentsy consultant. It doesn't have to be some life-shattering, earth-moving kind of reason. It just has to be your reason. So initially, like I said, I signed up just to get that free kit. That's all I wanted, was to gain product access and also have a little bit of a discount through commission on my purchases in the future. Now my why is a little bit different. It looks like I use it for, the freedom that I have to kind of own my time and do what I want when I want. I do love having a group of consultants underneath me that I'm able to mentor and coach and be that person for them. And I love getting the messages of, hey, I paid cash for my Christmas for my kids this year, or I just paid 3 student loans, or I paid a double mortgage. Those are all text messages that I've received from consultants underneath me. And it just absolutely warms my heart to know that Scentsy is able to do that for them. Income disclosure will be found in the comments. I'm going to touch on what that is a little bit in the future of this video. All right. So let's go ahead and dive on in. I want you to think of why. Why did you choose to be a consultant, or why do you think you would want to be a consultant? What would be your reasoning? And the thing about this is you cannot let the reason that you have chosen to be your why become your why not. If you're choosing this business so that you can have more time with your kids, they can't be the reason that you don't work your business, okay? And that may come across a little harsh, but it's just the reality of it. If you want to hit that goal of being with your kids more, you may have to sacrifice a little bit of time up front for that big end goal to be living, throughout the rest of your life. So just something to think about. If you want to pause, go ahead and write that down. Feel free. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So a little bit about Scentsy. Scentsy's core values of simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. You will find this intertwined throughout not only Scentsy as a company, but throughout the consultants and the community that's provided by the consultants. There are so many people willing to share, willing to train you, willing to help you, that have zero ties to you at all in this business. It's just simply all about we are better together, and a rising tide lifts all boats. You're going to hear those things said throughout the Scentsy community multiple times. And I really hope that you understand that this is an authentic company where the consultants have been trained in a way that authenticity goes all the way throughout. Okay. So don't be afraid to look to somebody for help. I will tell you that as your sponsor is going to be the person that you signed up under, and that is your first line of communication. That is your best way to get answers quickly, okay? If you find somebody on YouTube, or if you find somebody on Facebook that is not your sponsor, it may take them a little bit of time to get to you, because your message may not go directly to them. It may go into a spam filter or another box, but just know that your sponsor is someone who is going to be there for you to answer questions right away. All right. If your sponsor is not there or not readily available, you can always move up that chain of your Scentsy family, up to your director or your star director, and so on. Okay. Just know that it may take people some time to get back to you. Not everybody's attached to their phones. So just give them a little bit of grace and some time. There's no emergencies with Scentsy. Okay. I've already mentioned your sponsor. Something that could be of use to you is to reach out to your sponsor and make sure that you're in any Facebook group that is associated with not only their team, but maybe their superstar director as well, if they are not a superstar director. That way that you have access to information that's coming out and communication that's being dispersed throughout the consultants. You are going to have this information available to you on the workstation, on your news tab, but it's always a really good idea to be able to network with other consultants as well. So Facebook, social media, it's a great way to get in touch with people and to kind of build those connections. All right. So let's talk about your first 15 days. You have signed up as a consultant. You hit the join button. Here you are. Now what? All right. So first things first, you have ordered your kit, and we will go through what the different kit options are and what they look like. But you have ordered your kit. When that kit comes in, I need you to do something that's really uncomfortable. All right. Are you ready? I need you to go live on social media, whatever platform you utilize, and show off the contents of your kit. You are loud and proud that you are a Scentsy consultant now, and you want people to know that. Show off that kit because you may inspire someone to jump along and do this journey with you. It's always better to do it with a friend. You're going to have some tools available to you either in your kit or for everyone, they are available through your workstation. And we're going to go through all of that right now. So you are going to start receiving emails from Scentsy just about immediately after you sign up as a consultant. These emails are going to be jam-packed full of information that's really great for you to review. You can take your time to go through it, but don't stall too much because those emails will keep rolling in. Okay. One of the first things you're going to get introduced to is this first things first checklist that I have here on the screen. This is just a PDF version of what you're going to see when you log into your workstation. It is super important that you go through these steps and you mark off each one as you do them, because that is what's going to make you eligible for your first set of awards. Let's call them your fast start awards. Okay. So those are going to be the things that you need to achieve before you are eligible. Now you are going to have green check boxes that pop up, green check marks every time you do click one off. And you should see when you finish your list. If you have any questions, reach out to your sponsor and see if they can help you identify whether or not that list shows as complete or not for your first things first checklist. The Shooting Star Award is going to be the first award that you're eligible for as a consultant. All right, so what is the Shooting Star Award? The Shooting Star Award is going to be when you sell at least 500 personal retail volume or PRV in your first 15 days. Now, I'm going to pause for just a second and we're going to talk a little bit about some lingo here. PRV, personal retail volume. It is a point value that's assigned to each product for your commission payout. Now, on products that are associated with particular brands that are not Scentsy, say Disney or Marvel or DC, these are all different companies that Scentsy has partnered with. So there are royalty fees associated with those products. So you will see a decrease in value, whereas most Scentsy products, like just the straight up wax bars, are $1 for PRV conversion. So like 6 PRV in $6, that's exactly what you would see for a wax bar. But for those licensed products, you're going to see a little bit of an adjustment there. So the retail cost is going to be higher than the PRV that's associated with that particular product. And I'll show you guys here when we do a mock order. So these are some other different words. You may want to go ahead and pause this, take a screenshot. Most importantly to you right now is PWS, and that is your personal website. And this is a consultant's Scentsy website. So when you had to choose a name for your website while you signed up, that is your PWS, okay? So you do want to have your PWS as active. It is free for your first 3 months as a consultant. After that, it is $15. And what you're paying for is for Scentsy to maintain that website. You never have to touch that website if you don't want to. There are some things I recommend doing as far as adding in your story, adding on a picture, kind of working through those different tabs that you'll see under the account tab on your workstation and updating those so that it reflects who you are to be your authentic self. But as far as everything else, Scentsy maintains it for you. So that's what you're paying for when you spend your $15 a month after your first 3 months. Okay. So that's your PWS and that is PRV. So just going back here, so your Shooting Star Award, like I said, 500 PRV in your first 15 days. If you do this, you are going to be eligible for that Shooting Star Enhancement Kit that I'm getting ready to tell you about. What's really cool about the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit is that you do earn commission off of it. It does have a PRV value of 200 that you also will be paying $200 if that's a kit that you're interested in. So let me just pull that up so that you can see here. This is what the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit looks like currently for March of 2023. So as you can see, $200 is what you would pay for it. Now the value of the kit is going to be just over $300, and there's going to be a product from just about every product line so that you can really immerse yourself in the different products that Scentsy offers. Now, there are plenty of different options that you have with this kit. You can keep it for yourself, you can sample it out, you can give it as gifts. I don't recommend that because you're here to make money. Or you can sell it. Okay, so these are the options that you have to do what you want with this kit. Like I said, you will earn commission off your kit. And what's really great about that is it's helping boost you towards your first promotion of certified consultant. Okay. So you can take a quick look here, pause if you want to, screenshot if you want to. This information can be found on your workstation. For that Shooting Star Enhancement Kit, you have 90 days to purchase your kit from the date that you earn the kit. Okay. 90 days from the date that you earn it to purchase the kit. And the way that you'll purchase that kit, write this down, is you're going to go into an order that you're getting ready to place and add it onto the order by typing in Shooting Star Enhancement Kit underneath your name. Now, just to touch on some resources that you're going to have available to you, most of the kits are going to come with the consultant guide, but not every kit does, depending on which one you select. So just know that you can go to the search bar on your workstation and type in consultant guide, and you'll be able to find this resource any time of day. What's really cool about this resource is it's going to walk you through not only Scentsy as a company, but what's expected of you as a consultant. It's going to give you some different insights onto what are successful ways to run your business. And then it's just going to give you some further details that you probably don't have yet. The next resource that is going to be readily available to you on your workstation, if it does not come in your kit, is going to be the product training guide. And this is money, guys. Okay. Every time that we have a new catalog, they come out with a new product training guide, and they're only a couple of bucks, like $2 at most. And so I always recommend utilizing this product training guide because it is going to help you provide different sales tips for your customers. It's also going to give you some insight on the products. I was a consultant for probably 4 years before I knew that we pour our wax in Idaho. All of our wax worldwide is made in Idaho, all right, at our home office. So that's something I learned from picking up my product training guide. Obviously, I've not always been good at looking at it, but I am now. I love it. I love to have it on me. It is a great resource to show off different things and just really make you seem like you've got it together as a consultant. All right. So here are just some different things that you'll be able to see throughout the product training guide, but it is an excellent resource for you to use. So remember when I told you about that Shooting Star Award? There is another component that comes to that Shooting Star Award besides the enhancement kit that's available to you. You're going to get a charm or a pin. It just depends on what you selected. If you can't remember what you selected, the quick way to do this is to jump onto your workstation, click on My Account, then click on Account, and scroll down till you see the awards section. You can click on Edit after you look and see what you have selected if it's not what you would like. I would show you, but it's going to show you some personal information of mine. So I'd rather not have that spread out across the internet. So like I said, just get on your workstation, go to My Account, click on Account, and scroll down to Awards. Here's just a little example of what the charms look like. It does come with a bracelet when you get your first charm, so that you can slide those on. And then the pins are really cool. A lot of people put them on lanyards when you come to Scentsy events. So those are just some different things that are there for you. All right, so now we're just going to do a very, very brief introduction to the compensation plan as a Scentsy consultant. Everybody starts out as an essential consultant. At this point, you have sold $0. You are just starting and you're working towards your first promotion of a certified consultant. So, what is a certified consultant? A certified consultant is a Scentsy consultant who has sold 1,000 PRV throughout the entire time of their consultantship. Now, there's no time frame on this. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you'd like. Now, I will recommend that you push hard for this in the beginning because when you hit that 1,000th PRV, they are going to pay you an additional 5% on top of the 20% that you've been getting as an essential consultant. Okay. Essential consultant earns 20% of their sales based on their PRV. A certified consultant earns 25% forever and ever, amen, after they hit that 1,000th PRV and become a certified consultant. So what's really cool about this is that Scentsy will retro pay you for the entire month. Since our commissions run after the month is over, the month that you hit that certified consultant promotion, you are going to get paid that additional 5% for the whole month. So that's why you really want to hit the gate running and sell that 1,000 PRV as quickly as you can. Because if you can squeeze that into your very first month, that very first month, you're going to get paid 25% on all of your sales. Okay. It doesn't start at that 1,001 PRV, it goes back and you get paid for that entire month of whatever you have sold. Okay. So just keep that in mind. There is more to the compensation plan. As you can see, you can take a screenshot, look at it. It's found in your consultant guide. It's found all over on your workstation, in the catalog itself. And I just want to give you the real nitty gritty for right now of getting started in your business. All right, so let's talk about some lingo really quick. Just a few things that are not listed on this little graphic. Active versus inactive. So an active consultant is a consultant who has sold 200 PRV within that calendar month. All right. Now to stay active, you have to do this once a month in a year. Okay, so you have 12 months. During that 12 months, you need to sell 200 PRV at least one time in a single month. All right. Now, say that you have signed up 3 friends, you guys are all selling. If you do not want to lose those 3 friends that are signed up underneath you, you need to sell that 200 PRV in a single month every 4 months to avoid losing them. Okay. If you have questions on that, go ahead and ask your sponsor. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction to it so that you knew the difference between the two. So an inactive consultant is someone who has not met that PRV requirement. The good news is if you go inactive, you are able to come back after 3 months. You would be able to sign back up underneath your sponsor. And if you waited 6 months, you could sign up under a different sponsor. Okay. It is always free to come back as a consultant. There is an option for a kit for you if you'd like to purchase one when you do come back, but just know that you are always welcome back and it is always free to do so. So jumping back in here, we've already talked about PWS and PRV. These next couple are not that pertinent to you right away, okay? So just know they're there. You can ask questions to your sponsor, but just let's not focus on those too much. Let's talk about a couple that you're gonna see. I kept seeing OOC when I was a consultant and I first signed up, and I was like, what is OOC? Well, OOC stands for out of compliance. And what this means is that Scentsy is a part of the Direct Sales Association. So what it is it is the regulatory body that tells us one way or another on what we can do. So that is why it is really great. You are an independent Scentsy consultant. Scentsy provides you some guidelines that you need to maintain through the Scentsy standards. I do recommend you checking those out on your workstation. Search bar, Scentsy standards, and take a look, especially the portions that deal with social media, because that's one that people generally get a little bit tripped up on. So when I was a new consultant, I kept seeing OOC and I was like, what is OOC? Well, OOC stands for out of compliance. So since Scentsy is a part of the Direct Sales Association, there are certain guidelines that we have to maintain as consultants so that we do not interfere with the agreement that Scentsy has with the Direct Sales Association. All right. So what you can do is you can go to your workstation, go up to that search bar, type in Scentsy standards, and it'll pull up an entire document for you. Now, I don't expect you to sit there and use it as your bedtime story. It is something that you need to be familiar with, something that you can pull as a resource to kind of answer some questions for you. I highly recommend you reviewing the section about social media and then the section about third party selling. Okay. So, as an independent Scentsy consultant, you are able to run your business pretty much how you want, whatever works for you. But you do need to stay within those standards that are listed in the Scentsy consultant standards. All right. And when I mention third party selling, I'm talking eBay, Amazon, Macari, any platform like that, that is 100% a no go for a Scentsy consultant. Now you're gonna be like, "Smelly Shelly, I see stuff on there all the time." I know. And Cincy's legal team works very hard to track those people down, and they do. All right. And they mean business. You can be facing fines. This is just a very, very serious violation of the Cincy standards. So I really, really, really want to reiterate that you need to be aware of those standards. Okay. So out of compliance, that's what that means. Now, with that being said, compliance is our friend, okay? The compliance department may reach out to you and say, "Hey, this is out of compliance. Here's why." It's okay. I've had it happen. Just about every consultant probably has. And what you need to know is that they're just letting you have an opportunity to look over the education that they provide and show you why you can't do what you've done. All right. So don't worry about compliance reaching out to you, but don't go selling on Macari. Now, you heard me mention the income disclosure statement. That is a big thing. It really falls under the compliance department. All right. So, the income disclosure statement basically is providing people who are looking at your claim an opportunity to see what they could make as a Cincy consultant. Okay. You would use the income disclosure statement to be attached to any like social media posts dealing with claims of financial opportunity, prizes, including trips, those sort of things. Okay. And as a Cincy consultant, we absolutely do not make medical claims. Just a little tidbit tossing in there. Since I have this graphic up, I'm just going to go ahead and run through what the SOTM and WOTM stand for. So that is going to be scent of the month and warmer of the month. So every month, Scentsy offers a brand new scent and a brand new warmer. And during the month that they are released, you are going to be able to get them for 10% off. And when I say you, I mean absolutely everyone, not just you as a consultant. Your customers can as well. So let's say we're in March right now. March's scent of the month and warmer of the month are 10% off. At the end of this month, if they have not sold out, they will be available for full price. Okay. Now, in March, if that scent or warmer sells out, what happens is it goes on back order. You will still be able to order that product for, the remainder of the month, but just know that it is going to be on back order. Okay. So I really think that it's important that you are in tune with your workstation and checking on those things. There are kits available to consultants that you can have early access to the next month's scent and warmer. These kits, I would just say talk to your sponsor. I don't want to touch on them too much because as a brand new consultant, you're still building your customer base. I just don't know that it's a really good investment for you at this time. So talk to your sponsor, get some more details, and find out if it's something that's right for you. What's really great about Scentsy is that they do provide us with a ton of marketing images that help us supplement until we get the product in ourselves to take some pictures. Okay. So I have pulled up my workstation dashboard. I clicked on the orders tab just so you don't see my personal information on the dashboard. So what I want to show you is you can hover over marketing, scroll down to scent and warmer of the month, and there are going to be images provided to you that you can use. All right. So this is the next month's warmer of the month, and this is our current stuff that we're working with. The marketing tab, as you can tell, has all kinds of opportunities for you to use images that Scentsy has put up for us. So coming back to that orders tab, I want to show you guys a complete run through of putting an order in from start to finish. All right. So we're going to click on create a party and we're going to call this test party. Now, if you're a brand new consultant, there's nothing wrong with just calling it Shelly's launch party, Shelly's business launch, whatever you want to call it. It really doesn't matter. Just know that if you have this showing on your PWS, they are going to be able to see what it says. Okay. You would, for your launch party, click on use consultant as host. If I click on that, you're going to see all my personal information. So I'm just going to create a test customer. So right here is definitely where you want to utilize the opportunity to put in their personal demographic information. So putting in their phone number, their email, their address, all right? This is all stuff that you're going to be grateful that you have later, okay? Because Scentsy collects this information and drops it into your contact tab. And this makes it really easy to just click on select all and send an email, or select all, and you can utilize this in a different fashion with different apps and such. But just know, I highly recommend grabbing this information as you start building your customer base. Now, if you are the host, then it would say my address. All right, you can still have a party shipped to you if you're not the host. I'm just not going to click on my address because then you're going to see my personal information. All right, so we're going to go here to a phone number and then a street. Sure, Kansas sounds great. Save and continue. Oh, my email. There we go. All right, so this is your online party page. Up here it says, would you like this party on your PWS? Yes or no. If you click yes, that's going to show up under your parties on your personal website. If you click no, it obviously does not. This information over here can be personalized as much as you want. They do put pre-fill information in there. You're welcome to use it. You don't have to change it if you don't want to. They normally set parties to end within 14 days, okay? Now you can have a party open for 90 days, all right? If you do not touch the party, it will close after 90 days on its own. It will cancel out on your workstation. So just be aware. There is a ticker that'll tell you how much longer you have to be open if you're on your open parties tab on the workstation. So here, open orders, you would be able to see all your open orders and how much longer they have to be available. We're going to click continue. You now have your link that you can share with family and friends so that they can order. I'm going to click on go to party orders, and this is where I'm going to start entering people in. So let's say stock items. All right. You can have it shipped directly to the customer. If so, you're going to need their personal information. Shipping is a flat $10 unless a customer spends $350 or more. And it sounds crazy, but I promise they've done it. Okay. So let's go save and add products to cart. All right. So now we have test and stock items. So we're going to go ahead and enter an air purifier because that will bring our party to start earning host rewards. All right. So you earn host rewards starting at $200. An air purifier is $250. So now we have one half price item, $25, and then a signed perpetual party reward. What does that mean? So a perpetual party reward is a half price item that Scentsy has built into all qualified parties. A qualified party is a party that has at least $200 in orders. Okay. So this is something that is not marketed. It is something that you can utilize how you want. If you want to keep it for yourself, you're welcome to. If you want to give an extra half price item to your host, you're welcome to. If you want to use it to book more parties, you're welcome to. However you want to utilize the perpetual reward, it is there for you. Now, one thing I do want to show you is when you click on the test cart, this is your cart, it shows a $5 host reward fee. That disappears after you enter your half price item and your perpetual reward. Okay, perpetual reward. So we're going to go ahead and just do a bulb really quick so I can show you how that goes away. So there's that one. Oh, I clicked on the stock cart. Let's go with bulb. Post credit. We're going to just do a bunch of bulbs. bulbs for days. Okay, so we've entered all the bulbs. I like to go back to the party summary and just look. I've earned one half price item. I've used it. 25 in host credit. I've used it. And then the perpetual reward. Okay. Just real quick, I'll show you something that is Disney. So it is a licensed product so that you can see the difference in the PRV. Okay. So just for example, this Disney and Pixar replacement dish is $35. It's a big old dish, guys. It's like a huge glass thing. And it's 30 PRV. So there you can see, just take a quick browse at the difference between what you earn for PRV versus the retail cost. All right. So that is that. I do quickly want to highlight that up here, it tells you how close you are to getting free shipping. So I mentioned earlier that your customers can get free shipping if they spend $350 on an order. That is something that they can get that free shipping, whether they place it on your PWS and it's shipped directly to them. If they hit that $350 threshold, they're going to get free shipping. Now, for you as a consultant, you can get free shipping as well if it is at least $350 that is sent to you. Here you go. Now, if we were going to ship Stock's cart to them, they would be paying $10, okay? Even if we hit 350 in our cart. All right. If Stock's cart was not 350 and it was being shipped to them, they would have to pay the $10 shipping. All righty. So just something to be aware of. That way, when your customers are getting close to that total, you can say, hey, just so you know, if you want to add a little bit, you're going to get free shipping. Real quick, now that you've got all of your stuff entered, we'll go ahead and check out. And when you start to check out, you're going to see shipping information up top here. You're going to see it's who it's shipping to. Always check this. Okay. Always check this. Standard is 3 to 15 business days. Okay. So that's how long Scentsy has to get your product out. And this is your breakdown for your party summary. What you can see here is Scentsy went ahead and split the shipping between you and Stock Cart so that they can see what the totals would be. Alrighty. So when you click on continue, it broke that price down even further to what the exact totals are. Okay. You would then just enter credit card information. You can enter multiple credit cards. If you've earned any product credit, you could click on product credit and it is there, which I do have some, it looks like. You can utilize gift certificates here and PayPal. Alrighty. Your pay portal would be if you have any information, or I'm sorry, any money loaded onto your pay portal as from your commissions. Alrighty. So that is an entire order from start to finish. You guys definitely want to be aware of how to do that. There are videos, not only on YouTube, but in the training center as well. I do believe that you get that information sent to you in one of the emails as a new consultant. Once you place your order, you may want to know, well, what does it mean? You know, when I go to that order history, because that is now where you will see that submitted order is under your order history. So on the far right side of that screen, it's going to have a shipping status. So paid pops up right after you place the order, okay? And then a little bit of time has passed and then you'll see posted, and that means that the payment has already been applied to that order. All right. Back order pops up when there's an item that is back ordered. It may say partial back order, but just know that that's what that is. You'll be able to see it once you click on the order, and you can see if anything has shipped, it will tell you. Printed. This generally means that the warehouse has received the order, it is printed, and it is going to be packed to ship to you. All right. I talked about partial shipped and shipped. You will have the tracking information when you click on the order in your order history so that you can see the tracking information and see where that package is. All right, so you're getting through your first 15 days. You now have your first 70 days that we look at when you're a Scentsy consultant, because Scentsy does offer more opportunities for awards, okay? So your first 70 days, they're going to track how much PRV you earn, and if you sponsor any new consultants, if you have anybody sign up underneath you, and then if they sell 200 PRV to become active, okay? So When you do that, let's look at what happens. So, sensational start is what they call these fast start award options. So, level one, two, and three. So, for the first level, you either need to sell 1,500 PRV yourself, or you need to sell 500 PRV and you need to personally enroll. So, sign up a new consultant underneath you, and they need to sell 200 PRV within a single calendar month. All right. If you do one of those two things, you're going to Oh, and you have to complete that first things first checklist. That's what I told you earlier. You'll get $50 in product credit and you can redeem it just like I showed you when we were doing the checkout process. You're also going to get a lapel pin and a certificate. Okay. And you can go ahead and pause this to read on because everything else just builds from there. All right. I have pulled this compensation plan back up because I want to talk to you guys really quick about two different terms that you're going to hear. You're going to hear about rank and you're going to hear about title. All right. So rank resets every month, no matter what your title is. So I am currently a director. All right. You can find that on the compensation plan. But at the 1st of April, I am going to be reset back to a certified consultant. Now, once you've hit certified consultant, you never go back to an essentials consultant. Um, but once you hit that first promotion there, you'll always be moved back to a certified consultant. Okay, because at that point, none of us have any PRV entered for the month, so they reset that rank. Now, I still have the title of a director because it is the highest rank I have achieved and maintained. Okay, so that's something important for you to know. You generally, I want to say that you do not lose your title unless you have not met your PRV requirements for that 4 months. Okay. As you can see here, your personal retail volume after you hit that 1,000 PRV for certified consultant is a minimum of 500 PRV a month for you to be paid at that title. Okay. If you do not hit that PRV requirement, and you have people who have signed up underneath you, if you don't meet that requirement during a 1 month period, if you do not meet that requirement for 1 month during a 4 month period, you will lose the people who signed up underneath you. Okay, so just be aware of that. That is important information for you to know. Just really quick, something to tell you. There are going to be people who are able to reach out to you through your PWS. There is a contact button at the very bottom of your PWS. And what that does is it sends you an email with all of their information they've entered for you. There are some dirty people in this world who like to scam consultants, okay? They do this at all levels, but it's important for you to know so that you can be aware. If you ever receive an email that talks about, wanting to make a huge order and they aren't able to do it themselves on your website and they want to send you a cashier's check, that should be a red flag, okay, that those people are trying to scam you. If you have any questions at all on an email, take a screenshot, send it to your sponsor so that they can help you. I will say that I always respond and try to direct them back to my PWS to place an order, and just let them know that I don't accept cashier's checks, and that they have plenty of opportunities to browse through different payment options on my PWS. Okay. So, like I said, if you have any questions on that, just reach out to your sponsor. All right, so pulling back up this workstation, I still have it on the checkout screen, but just so you can kind of follow me here, if you hover over training, you can see that the different options for the training center, since he has a magnitude of opportunities to train you on any sort of topic that you can think of. You also have YouTube resources available. You can type in Scentsy and anything that follows that topic, and you'll generally get a video. Now, not every video is a good training video, but the training on the workstation is good training that has been approved by Scentsy. So you can see here, new consultants, they've got a whole section for you. If you just sponsor somebody for the first time, if you've recruited somebody, so recruit means to get someone to join your team, and sponsor is the act of coaching them, mentoring them along the way. Okay. I want to show you the FAQs here though. These are awesome. It is a great resource for new consultants and old consultants to go through and kind of learn about the products. So you can type in anything up here, like say you want to type in wax and warmers FAQ. It will pop it up. I think I have one. Here's one that I've already had pulled up just so you can kind of see. So this is the FAQ for awards and recognition. but they will do this for products, and it's really cool because it gives you kind of some detailed information that might help you answer a customer's question. I'm going to give you an assignment. Okay. So since I have this pulled up, I want you to go on your workstation after you're done with this training and type in Scentsy Club FAQ and Whiffbox FAQ, because these are two really great opportunities for you to earn PRV from your customers by sharing these. But you need to know what they are first. Okay. So go to your workstation, go to the search bar, go to the training center, either way, type in Scentsy Club FAQ, download that document, read it, and then download and read the Whiffbox FAQ. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys, I promise. So, the queuing system, what is it? So, the queuing system is a process that Scentsy utilizes when we have a big product launch. Okay, this is in order to help prevent our systems from crashing, the internet from crashing. Okay, so Scentsy has multiple servers, they get overloaded with a ton of people trying to jump on. Basically, what the queuing system is, picture yourself going to a Nike shoe release at a mall. Okay, they say that it's going to be available at 10 a.m. And so they make you wait outside of the store until that product is available at 10 a.m. So think of that portion of waiting outside the store as the queuing system. Okay. It's basically a waiting room where everybody's just kind of hanging out, and it'll tell you you're in the queue on your screen. This happens for both your workstation and your PWS. If it's going to be one or the other, they'll indicate that in a news tab article, and you'll be able to see that on the news tab of your workstation. Okay. So when you're in the queue, it will eventually pop up with a countdown on how long you have. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. I'm going to tell you, just hang tight. Do not refresh your screen. That will affect your position in the queue. Okay. But this is something that you need to go to your workstation, jump in that search bar, type in queue, QUEUE, so that you're able to kind of learn a little bit about what this is. You can tell your customers what to expect. Super, super quick. I have gone back to the orders tab. Now, if you were on your dashboard, you would be able to see your PRV that you've sold for the month, that TWV and GWV that I didn't really go over because as a brand new consultant, it is not exactly pertinent until you have someone selling underneath you. Okay. There's some different information that pops up there. It's also where that first things first checklist can be found. Okay. So that's the dashboard. Your orders, we've gone over that. You can see your order history, the open orders. These are for your Scentsy Club orders. Okay. And then create a party, start an individual order. Individual order, if you have an order that you're going to place yourself on your workstation, it has to be at least $200 if you're going in as a party. Okay. If not, do an individual order and just attach it to a party that you have open. Okay. Have questions? Ask your sponsor. The reporting tab. This is just basically the reporting on your performance and those underneath you. News tab. This is what I was talking about. Go to your news tab every day. Okay. You need to check in with your business every day. And this is where I start. All right. So you would view all news. Product status list. This is anything that's going to be on back order or unavailable unexpectedly. There's going to be some information on this product status list that's really helpful. And it will tell you when it's going to be arriving, why it's in back order, so on and so forth. That's the news tab. The marketing tab, we've already kind of touched on this. They kind of space things out. You can go click on view all marketing and then search your item that you're looking for. Training, we talked about that. Your contacts tab, that's why I told you collect all that information that you can about your customers because it's going to populate here. Consultant store, this is items that are available only for consultants. What you need to know is if you can purchase it in the consultant store, you can also add it to a party so that you aren't paying shipping twice if you have a party that has $350 going on to it. And then more events, the consultant calendar, which is super handy, incentives, and then the pay portal is one way you can access here, and idea share, Photify, and then up here, support, you can start a ticket to contact the support team, and then my account. That is where you can click on account and then pick your charms if you wanted charms or pins. All right, so you want to know now that you have all this information, who can you look to for inspiration? A great place to start would be that Superstar Directors Facebook group. where you can connect with other consultants because other consultants are going to share all kinds of information, all kinds of graphics and tips and sales tricks and such. And they don't gatekeep, guys. That is information that they will share with you. So I definitely think that looking to other consultants, if you're going to also be utilizing your training center, is a great idea. YouTube, you'll find all kinds of consultants on YouTube with different training videos available for you. Um, and like I said, just make sure you're looking through Facebook and your workstation. With that being said, okay, do not just copy someone's post because I could copy a post that someone has sold 40 items of whatever it is they're posting about and not sell any because it's not authentic to me. One of our core values is authenticity. Okay, so just be sure that you're being authentic to yourself so that you set yourself up for success. People are going to be able to tell if it is not you making the post. All right, so that was a long training. I hope you guys got some really useful information from it. Feel free to comment with any questions that you have, check in with your sponsor, see where you're sitting for those Fast Start Awards. And I just really hope that you rock out your business.